perspective towards the person. I'm referring to my dad right now. It's like I was holding on to, so much of anger and resentment. Like I had my dad did this, had my dad did that. And that is when, I was feeling really low. And this might have probably, come from the fact that like my mother, like she used to always, like list what and all he didn't do, like and failed to mention whatever he did. Like that naturally happens, right? Like women, they just tend to do that. And so that whole, that narrative of complaining got into, all the four of us. It's like my mom and we three daughters. So it's like all the time we'll be like waiting for our dad to, mess up and we will be like, Appa, again you did this, again I did, again you did that. Then after the one-on-one, especially that I had with you recently, that really gave me an entirely different perspective. So I kept asking those four questions, and I did that along with healing also. And so one day I was like, yes, see, his cup is really empty right now. And even if he tried to pour, it's like there's nothing going to come out of it. So I just rather, tried. It was at first it was really difficult, really difficult. It of course took months for me to do this, but then when I really started doing that, when I started to pay attention to whatever he had to say, when I just listened to whatever he had to say wholeheartedly, the entire narrative shifted, Rekha ma'am. And I started to listen to him, and he just told me something that, it's like in the recent years, my mom and we all the three, like we didn't even like sat and had a conversation wherein, we were just smiling. He had missed that, that from us so much, from the feminine.
Yeah.
And I was like that day, I was just like without any judgment, I just remembered all the instances, where he showed up for all the parent teachers meeting, for everything. Whenever I had to write an entrance examination for all the three, he used to take me, he used to take Satya, he used to take Gitu relentlessly, for which we never showed any appreciation or acknowledgement. So when I just made the slight, micro shift, I think everything started shifting. But it took some weeks, and months. But then right now, I don't have anything against my dad. It's like
Yeah.
whenever I see him, I just feel that, oh my God, he has been missing that affection for such a long time. And it's me, now my cup is full. It's me, who should give that love to you. And it all happened, because of all the healing. Also, because of the deep wisdom that you're giving us.
Wow.
Thank you is
This is
not
so
the
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you is not a word, ma'am, that I can. Because when I change, everything in my family changes. And right now, after getting Reiki also, I'm trying to give my mom, that energy. I'm trying to give her that love, wherein she is also, feeling that love from me. And she is also beginning to notice the things that, my dad had really done for us. So yes, that is it. When you focus on that, your mind keeps bringing that. Now it's like everything I recollect my dad only doing the good things and not the mistakes. So
Thank you, Sangamitra. What I'm feeling at this moment, my feeling is completely different now. I think all the year I disrespected my father, and it is the same story. And it is my mom always fighting with my father, and whatever she told about my father, that is what we have imagined in our head about him. And even I would wait and I would support my mother fighting with my father, and he passed away without me, realizing all of this. So I realized only in 2021, but whereas he passed away in 2017. So my first healing was to heal my relationship with my father who was no more. That's when my healing started with Ho'oponopono. And now when your success story is like I'm feeling so good about myself that it is like as good as I've healed my relationship with my father. It's like he's forgiving me completely. But I never had that regret after I healed once, but I feel so good mending a daughter and father relationship now. Maybe all that me and my father went through to bring this to the world. He
yes,
was suffering, or I was suffering without that father love, or he was suffering without the daughter love. I think that was meant for both of us to suffer, so the world can have this father and daughter love. I think something like that. Otherwise, every time whenever somebody says my father loves me or my father takes care of me and all, I used to always feel jealous. But I think I'm meant to address the crowd where the father need the love also. you know
yes,
uh,
yes.
yes, it's so
And thank you,
beautiful.
ma'am. Actually, thank you is not the word, but then I'm so grateful to you for the value that you brought to my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing this. It means a lot to me also, Sangamitra. I think it's a beautiful evening it's going to be for me, and more power to you. Of course, thank you for noting down the small thing and observing and correcting, and that's transformation. That is really healing. It is not going to be a big shift and big bonus one night. It is a small thing that is going to bring the big shift.
And I got it only from you. When you said that, when you were like in a job, you said that you are grateful for the table, you are grateful for the chair, you are grateful for the very identity. Then I too started doing that. I'm grateful that I have a room. I'm grateful for that I have a cot. I have a, like small things. And that is when things started changing, Rekha ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for reflecting on this. It is so warm to the community. Thank you. Thank you.